Mike first.
We don't take chances with my mic check.
Mic check 1 2 1 2.
There's only 2 levels. There's nothing in between.
Okay, how's that? There we go. Okay, let's try it again. Hello, whenever you are.
Yay!
To QuestJunkiesUK. After what has been a very long time. Sorry, excuse that annoying OBS update shifting around the audio inputs to random jumbles of numbers and characters, as it likes to do. Okay, well done.
Yay.
There we go. We found it. I'm glad I noticed that.
We're all back together.
Could have been much, much later. We are, after a very, very long time. It's been a while since we've been in the Underdark at all, but then before that, we were missing party members. Hey, McClever, good to see you, my friend.
Left and right.
We are back. Our adventurers here were questing through the Underdark, trying to gather the items for an arcane ritual, which will allow them to deal with the abyssal incursion of the demon lords themselves into the material plane. They have collected 2 of their items. They have unhatched purple worm eggs and the central eye of a beholder.
Hey, good job, team.
Done.
It's all thanks to you, Mom.
And done.
Yeah.
Was that mum? I don't know what's the mum equivalent of I'm going out to get milk.
I have a manicure appointment.
Give me the help.
I have a manicure appointment.
Zakan bamfed out of there as the Lady of Sorrows took them away on a mission to find the Gallery of Angels, which is where they want to go anyway. But they had different reasons for taking Zakan in that general direction. But we'll hear more about that in a moment. Left behind, our remaining adventurers battled, and using the freed slaves of the Beholder, they were able to defeat them, and Corbin rode it all the way down to the bottom of the shaft and got themselves a Beholder central eye. And they freed the other prisoners that were there, including a ex-colleague of Anastasia, another arcane servant. No, what am I looking for? God, I'm going to get
Apprentice?
mental block. Thank you, that'll work. Yes, apprentice of their drow master arcanist that was teaching them, and was surprised to see Anastasia, and blurted out that she had been banished to the abyss, much to Kalo and Corbin's surprise. New.
But not to Zakan. Zakan had been there.
You're not there. Zakan still doesn't know. But
they will not be surprised.
Fair. Pressing on, they continued on their journey towards where the Gallery of Angels lies, in a region of the Underdark known as the Labyrinth. And they, on their way there, discovered a delightful little agricultural community, a single lonely hut in which lived a drow female, someone that Kalo had heard rumors of as a safe kind of halfway house for those fleeing under Illustrae's guidance. She had carefully cultivated fields of various Underdark produce and things that she was doing here, and Rothe that she were grazing through the caverns. But she was beset by evil monsters of the Underdark, and pleaded. Sorry, my vocabulary problems today. Pleaded with our adventurers to help deal with this menace. They investigated some of the gouges in the fields and the slaughter of the Rothe of her farm, and then followed the tracks out into the tunnels, travelling quite far from the little agricultural settlement to the caverns beyond, where they thought they were going to find themselves fighting a Behir, the kind of long...
We were so sure.
Snaky dragon boy that you had...
99%.
We were so sure.
Which you have already encountered when you were fighting and rescuing certain Hikora bebes. Corbin. But you discovered something quite different. As the lair of this Behir had been taken over by one of the demons that came through with the abyssal incursion. A new type of demon that they hadn't encountered before. One which hides itself as a kind of almost kind of plant-like surrounding of certain portals. And if allowed to go unchecked and grow to its full potential, it has the ability to create an active portal direct to the abyss. Luckily, Anastasia and Kalo discovered it and took care of the demon, destroying it and proceeding through to the proper lair of the Behir, where they found its deceased remains, the bones and mouldering flesh, quite some time ago it would seem, and the remains of its prey as well, including some rather nice magical items. Kalo got himself a golden griffin shield. And Anastasia came into the proud ownership of a black tooth wand, which I'm sure will be fine. Goes with the book nicely.
Right? Aesthetic. Yes.
Aesthetics, yes.
Be the inner Bellatrix you deserve to be.
It's the hair, isn't
What can I
it?
say?
Love that.
I've seen Anastasia's Pinterest. What can I say? Okay. Now, Corbin was present, if a little quiet and not quite so chaotic and shenaniganry as usual.
I'm allowed to have my
Take your time,
low-level
right?
day.
It's just appreciating your
Slow it
surroundings,
down.
right? Kalo and Anastasia had this. You know, they were fine.
We
Nothing
didn't die.
brings two characters closer, like killing something together. You know, like
Exactly.
Mhm.
And
Kalo are like
we
this
didn't
now.
die. Understandable.
Yes, Anastasia is a tabaxi today. No. Lexi's a tabaxi. Anastasia is still human. What does this Blacktooth wand do, Anastasia? Chat implores. Apart from
Ew.
allow
That
you
wants
to
to
style.
implore.
You
Style it.
You do be styling, but what else does it do?
It do look cool. What does it say, like specifically in the book that you had? What does it specifically do before I butcher it?
Please hold.
I'm gonna butcher it. Just like, yeah, I get like 7,000 fireballs. Like,
No.
Yes,
This is not
it's
Baldur's Gate
called
3.
the melee apocalypse, and you have to roll within the top percentile in order to do max damage, which is 2 levels of the abyss, which would just basically be OP. So we're not gonna do that.
If I
Ow,
may,
my
delving
ass.
into the wonderful Vault of Magic from Cobalt Press.
Ooh.
This black ivory rune-carved wand has 7 charges, of which it regains d6 plus 1 expended charges daily at dawn. While holding it, you can use an action to expend 1 or more of its charges to cast Guiding Bolt, using an attack bonus of plus 7. For 1 charge, you can cast the first level of the spell, or you can increase the spell slot level for each additional charge you expend. And it also has something known as Beguiler of Darkness. You must be a redacted spellcaster, or a spellcaster with redacted heritage to attune to this wand.
The word redacted there, are you being an assassin master?
John, this is some Pentagon Papers level shit. Do you want to tell us more about this redacted?
what? I don't know what you're talking
Spoilers,
about.
darling, spoilers. Okay. While attuned to this wand, it can hold up to 10 charges. While holding it, you can use an action to expend one or more of its charges to cast one of the following spells from it using your spell save DC. Calm Emotions, Command, Dominate Monster, Hold Monster, or Suggestion. These spells can target and affect only fiends or undead creatures, but they otherwise work like the indicated spells. A target that is immune to the charmed condition can be affected by the spell, from this wand. However, they do have advantage on the saving throw. So, useful for anti-abyssal shenanigans.
Very much.
Okay, now.
And it's pretty.
Indeed. So.
But I was there.
Yeah. You were just making sure everything was above board, keeping an eye on things.
Yeah.
You're kind of like a Guinness Book of Records person. You're like there with the clipboard. You're like
Yeah. So we said almost. We could almost take something off the shopping list.
Almost as in watch. Coming soon. Now, Zakan is not with you.
Yep.
Having vanished from the Beholder's lair.
Don't worry.
Now we know why I was
Don't
quiet.
Now,
Not worrying about it actively.
having defeated this demon and finding yourselves here in this abandoned Behir's lair, thankfully. Corbin, we did miss you. Anastasia refused to drink from the suspicious pool.
Yeah, I'd have done it.
Sorry.
And put some in a vial to save for later, just to see.
Sounds good, Baron. Sounds good. Okay. So, as you find yourselves here, let me give the three of you a moment just to kind of have a chat and get back into character after so long. Would you like to... yes, you find yourself here in this large cavern with this kind of nest... No eggs. This kind of nest-like den of this Behir. So, over to you. Corbin kind of snaps out of it. Like,
Yeah, like I was going to say, Corbin's still a little quiet. They've sort of been still there. You're in this, they kind of look around and are like, how long have we been walking?
2 hours?
Hours. Oh, I zoned out. I zoned out bad.
It's okay. You didn't miss much. We just killed that thing.
That was more Anastasia than anything. Does anyone see eggs? Are you looking for another child?
Always.
I said no.
The menagerie was God?
Just echoes through the caverns.
Oh.
Caverns are very rude today.
I know. Somebody is getting fussed at and their echoes being rude. No, until I fully come up with a name for my newest acquisition, and I'm just like holding the baby in a corner to remind everybody.
Name him Chester.
I keep thinking, is it a boy or a girl? Or
You can check investigation.
How are you?
I know.
Oh.
This is why I always pick gender neutral names. It's just a surprise. They announced it. Fine.
Chester
like
could
me
be gender
and-
neutral.
Yeah, Chester could be gender neutral. Aha! Okay. Their name is Keith. Keif. Keith.
Okay.
Chief Keef.
Right? We're not sure, so we just call him little Chief Keith. They're really in charge of this party.
Sorry to
Well,
derail.
now that he's named, you can get another one.
Sorry to derail for just a moment. Has anyone played Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and did you find the Prodigy Easter egg?
Yeah.
I was like, it was the hair before I actually even started the dialogue. I was like, why has he got Keith's hair? And then it was like, oh, this is a whole thing. Okay.
The whole thing. It's the whole thing. My little Chief Keith. So I'm not currently looking for more babies. I will find other ways to create a horde. You can't stop me.
Who are you talking to?
Hey, it's good to
Myself.
see you.
Myself, but the thing holding me back, my own inhibitions. I've named him John. My conscience is my spores talk to me sometimes, like a conscience. I've named him John.
Smart.
Yeah.
So anyways,
We
this
have to
weird
find
pool of
Zakan.
liquid. Suspicious liquid pool.
So remember,
You want to go for a swim?
I told you last time it was bad news. Remember?
Yeah.
I came clean that it was not clean.
It was not good. Okay.
Do we take a vial of
So-
it? Do we?
Yeah, it could always be used to create poison. I'm more interested about the weird portal making abyss weed we found.
I guess that's important.
Kinda. Did
Kayla?
you destroy it? Do we have some? Are we gonna use it?
I mean,
Elbows,
we
Kalo.
probably should. Actually, this does bring up a good
jinx.
point.
Um,
When did you black out?
just as you arrived at the farm, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
But
that's when I just sort of
Corbin,
went.
as you are thinking. Yeah, actually, I gotta give this to you because you kind of brought it up and you made a very good point there. Because you're wanting to teleport the demon lords to one location, right? That's what this ritual's supposed to do, and this demon creates a gateway.
Yeah.
Right. So I will actually, because you brought it up there, and it is a very good idea. I will actually say if you harvest the remains of this, it's called an alkalith. I will say that will replace the need for the timasks. Yeah, the mushrooms that grow in the demon's footprints.
I thought I was joking when I said I put this little dodecahedron in my hair for good luck today.
Hell yeah.
But, oh boy.
Hey, Ebix, thank you for that inspiration for Kalo.
Yay.
But Ebix, who
Thank you.
gets the spin of the wheel of shenanigans for the sub?
Mm.
Thank you. Where is Kalo's one? There. Crystals.
Finding
crystals.
substitutions.
Okay.
If you can't find the TMX, some alkalith will do. From the store will do.
Well, I'm glad you're here for the shopping list, because goodness knows we wouldn't be able to find it on our own. We'd probably call you over the sending stone and ask,
Like
hey, is this
5
the right one?
times. Why are you in the soup store?
Is it normally
soup.
blue?
We have alkalith at home.
The alkalith at home is just like poison ivy. It's like not...
Corbin, good choice, Ebix, good choice.
Well then, actually, when do you remember being conscious? Because a few developments have occurred since you were kind of just in you mode.
Yeah.
Remember the beholder?
Yes, I fell.
You did? Quite far.
Yeah.
Might have been a bump to the
yeah.
head, actually. This might have
It
caused all
was-
this.
Quite a bump there. Good news, we're rich.
Oh, so rich. We have so much money.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, and
And-
friendship.
Friendship too.
Anastasia jumps up and down and just hears the jingling of coins, just like, no.
Oh. Where is all of it? I'm gonna make so many weapons.
Check your bag, but also we have a present for you.
What's their name? Do they need milk? How many legs do they have?
How many legs do they have?
Bad news.
I want to know how many hugs I can get.
Bad news. It has no legs. It has no name, but perhaps you can give it one. And
Okay.
I will pass the gem of seeing to Corbin.
Gem of seeing. Okay. Immediately, like, get some like accidentally attuned. Just
Oh shoot. What was the John? Was there a robe in the horde too? I forget.
Yeah, with eyes.
Oh, the robe of eyes. Yes. Good catch. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Did you take that, Anastasia? I forget.
I'm pretty sure you were deciding if you should keep it or give it to the grandma, because grandma's
Yeah,
the
she's
one
so
who needs
cold.
all the eyes to watch us.
Oh, we had two
that's
very
right.
different reasons.
Good memory.
we had two very different reasons.
It's okay. I remember you being very focused on my body for a minute. It's fine.
I was like, they think grandma needs it because they're cold and it's a jacket. You're like, so they can watch us. I'm like, oh.
So yeah,
I did not think this was for surveillance.
Corbin, you can drag and drop the gem of seeing from the compendium button onto your sheet. It has 3 charges and it gives you true sight for 10 minutes, out to 120 feet.
It's walking dark vision.
If you look through the gem, so you have to like hold it up to you. But I don't think it's only 10 minutes. But yeah, and it's like you can see invisible things and like you can see through illusions, and it's pretty cool.
Creating a way for this to constantly be over one of my eyes will be the beginning of my artificer.
And who has the necklace of adaptation?
The necklace of adaptation.
That was in there as well. You can breathe normally in any environment, and you have advantage against harmful gases and vapors, such as cloud kill.
The vapors. The vapors.
All the vapors.
My golly, I do
I'm the
declare I'm
fastest
feeling the
and the
vapors.
dumbest. I mean that in like the most non-deprecating way. Like I would be willing to run through stupid things. So having the necklace so that I don't just immediately die of poison is probably okay.
What does Kalo get?
Does Kalo have? I thought you had the
He's got his fancy shield.
the shield.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You got to shield the Phoenix on it.
Actually, and I'm good with the eye and the other thing. You already gave me a gift.
I mean the robe of eyes is actually better for without the dark vision, because that's like while you're wearing it you have it.
Yeah. Also a quick deterrent, but I got 2 sets of dice from Gen Con, and they're both so pretty.
Sweet.
Oh, I can see the little sparkles.
Lovely.
These are liquid
Sparkle.
cores, so they're sparkly on the inside.
When
His
did
nails
that
are
fall?
killer too.
When did that fall?
I didn't notice it.
Sorry, yeah.
Okay, well,
So,
my
yeah.
hair's still doing it. I'm fine.
Yeah, it's all good.
Looks even cooler, actually.
Now, so yeah, who's getting the robe of ice? I mean, Corbin for now makes sense with Zakan away.
With the intent for Grandma.
Yeah,
Right,
I mean,
after
because if
afterwards.
you have to attune, but if while you're attuned, you have 120 foot of dark vision all the time, and
Okay, cool.
you have advantage on perception checks because you can see in all directions.
Well, I will have temporary holding. I'm holding it for Grandma, and then once they get back,
could also-
that'll be theirs.
You can see invisible creatures and objects, as well as into the ethereal plane, out to a range of 120 feet.
Pretty dang cool.
It is very nice.
Right? Go Grandma.
But
I'll be like, is this what it is for you guys all the time?
it sucks. It sucks if you meet
Like
any more Medusas, because you can't avert your eyes because you're looking through the cloak all the time.
Okay. Like, that's just like, let's feel like a child who's been lied to and told that frozen yogurt is the same as ice cream. This is not the same.
What? Since fucking when?
Not the same.
Now, hang on. Which of you has the best passive?
I've got 18.
Yeah.
not
those
me.
the president and I think Corbin and Caleb both have
You're
50.
not here.
I'm not here.
Hey, twins. Wait, I think you're above me. Twins.
I was-
Yes.
I got high investigation.
True. But yeah,
Yeah.
the passive perception there. Kalo and Corbin, you're the first to hear it, as Anastasia's still voguing with the wand, and and
You Hermione.
you hear something you've heard before, which is the kind of echoing, half laughter, half kind of howl, which is clearly a gnoll.
Okay.
What do you do?
It's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. I relax a little.
Unclench.
I unclench a bit. Well, we've dealt with this before. I'm still worried about Zukan. Need to wait for them to be able to find us. Every time we get into a really bad fight, they disappear. Maybe this time they'll come back. I'm gonna start running towards the knoll unless somebody stops me. I swear to Bob.
Like, where are we
Corbin is
going?
losing it.
It's coming from a passage like ahead of you, so you could lay ambush or whatever you fancy.
Oh, hells, Knowles. All right, yeah, following you, Corbin.
Oh no, Anastasia is the voice of reason.
That's always a bad thing.
Do we know where anything else would be? Could we use this knoll for anything? It was by something else. Is there any way that we could sneak up on it? Where's Webster?
I mean, the sound has like come into range. It's clearly coming towards you, and it's coming from a tunnel ahead. So you could be like hiding in the cave that you're in when it arrives.
That's what I was thinking. That's why I was like, "Where's Webster?"
Webster's with you. Yeah.
Webster is the one with me.
Mhm.
Cool. I couldn't remember. I'm sorry. I should have asked that better.
No worries.
I was somewhere. So,
Yep.
Corbin is gonna say, "Well, then hide," and then I want to purposely get up on the ceiling with Webster and start kind of going back. If I can see what's happening, I can warn everyone else.
Okay.
Or does this robe help me do that?
This gives you advantage on perception. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what. So with that plan in mind, I am going to tell that to everybody. I'm going to go scout ahead, hide for now, and then me and Webster are going to kind of go on the ceiling.
Okay.
Because I have that ability to
I
kind of
think
just like ride him upside down now.
The tunnel where the voice is echoing from isn't very large, so like, even if you were on the ceiling, you kind of be like in ice, within the field of vision.
Yeah.
But you could go on the wall above where the tunnel opens into the cave. So you'd be
Okay.
out of sight up there. Anastasia, Kalo, are you hiding?
Yeah.
Kalo.
I will disguise self,
Okay.
first level, turn into a knoll.
Nice.
Turn into a knoll.
Okay. And Anastasia, give me a stealth check.
What do I get plus for that? Stealth, I get a +3. Okay.
Nice.
15 on the die, so 15.
18.
18.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, that's definitely
Hey.
higher than a passive perception. Okay. So you all kind of go quiet. Anastasia hides. Kalo transforms. And are you poking around the Bahir's nest or something?
I will say that, but to also kind of help with the disguise, I will take Lady Silverhair and stab myself.
Okay.
Where? Specify where, my guy.
Roll the damage.
Listen, in the gut,
Ah!
Roll the damage.
I'm muting myself to your shenanigans. I can't do this.
rolling the damage. Here we go.
Doing some seppuku. Just...
Apparently.
We are going. I'm committing full seppuku. Where is my attack? Here we go. I haven't used you in like a hot minute. I've got like so many like cantrips now. It's like, what is this thing? We'll say one-handed because I'm rushing. That's going to be 4 slashing.
Okay. Minus that off.
Mhm.
You're like, and drop down onto the cave floor.
Yeah.
And you start to hear the echoes of this Knoll's voice start to kind of become clearer as they're not echoing, so far, and become a bit more obvious what they're kind of saying. And they're clearly talking to someone else, but there's only one Knoll voice. And they're talking to someone else, but you can't hear replies or anything, and you just hear this. Yes, it's this way. Gash told you this way. Yes. Don't worry. Out of the labyrinth now. Yes, this way. I said, your friends. I've seen them. Yeah, I've seen them here. They were lucky. They're a very dangerous place. Nasty lady. Nasty night hag. And this kind of flow of conversation is echoing along.
Who's the night hag? Tries to like whisper to the group. She's like, who's the night hag?
Wasn't that?
And new to us.
Oh no.
Very committed to the bit. So you're waiting, and this continued kind of like flow of like placations and like trying to assure the other person that everything's okay and this is the right way, just keeps going on and echoing along, and eventually, a Knoll, very badly injured. Hang on, let me get my description here. So yeah, Corbin, from Anastasia, from your hiding spots, and Kalo, you see emerging from the tunnel. A Knoll comes creeping out of the tunnel, glancing nervously over their shoulder and calling back into the darkness behind them. And you can see its filthy bodies bent and covered with tatters of clothing and scraps of blood-encrusted armor. And you can see that it has one good eye, but then the other one is just lost in a mass of scar tissue. And he just kind of scuttles and kind of limps out into the cave and freezes when he looks back from whoever he was talking to and sees you, Kalo, and brandishes. Let's see, what's he got with him? Please hold. What weapons are you carrying, Gash? I can show you him. The art would probably be faster to look at.
He's carrying furry arms as weapons because they'll just hug you. No damage, just hugs.
No damage. Anastasia is going to cast mage armor for no reason whatsoever.
Just slow, just inner monologue. Don't touch me, 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 don't touch me.
Where are we? Oh, there it is. Lost it for a moment. Okay, here's Gash. Oh no, nothing in the art.
Oh.
Yes. He does. Yeah, he has a longbow slung over his shoulder, and he's carrying a spear as well, which is not in the arts there. But let me show the folks back home. Jump into the alternate view.
Back home.
We're all back home. The other folks back home.
Oh, it was much more scar tissue than my little doodle.
Yes, yes. And he comes and he kind of goes into a crouch and like just swings the bow off his shoulder and notches a kind of nasty kind of bending arrow towards you, Kalo. And he's like, and he holds like a paw back to the tunnel behind him. He's like, wait. And then he turns and he says something in Knoll to you. Kalo, do you speak Knoll?
I do not. That was the half. This is why Kalo has a negative intelligence modifier.
Oh my.
So he wouldn't understand it, but I think he'll call out maybe in Undercommon. he'll just kind of like yelp. Quack! Got me, they did. Got me, go good.
give me a deception check.
Sure thing.
Dun dun.
The power of deception is not going to be good enough.
Deception.
Deception. That's a 5. That's a 14.
Okay. The Knoll looks confused. Who's got you?
Well, God. I think he kind of like tries to pretend to cough up a hairball. Well, the old lady, she brought them down here from the top. They were sought to bring down the here, sorry. Strike in the stomach. Still getting used to it.
He lets off of the bow, but then slings it back and draws his spear instead, and it comes towards you holding it. You
Put you out your misery, buddy.
stay down. Gash got new, powerful friend. New friend.
Good. Could have used powerful friend earlier.
No, Gash friend. Gash friend. Not your friend.
Gash friend. No friend. I have no friend. Gash friend. Who's Gash friend?
And he turns around. Okay. He says in common again. Zakan.
Oh my god, Grandma, no!
Zakan comes hobbling out, leaning pretty heavily on their staff, and they see this injured Knoll. He's got like a sword wound. Is the sword present? Like is
It is in his body. It is sticking out of his body. It is still present.
It's just
Wait a minute, that's
So, yeah.
Halo's sword.
right.
That's piercing
So
though, it's not
try-
slashing. Surely.
Yeah. They're trying to like take all this in, but what they see is an injured Knoll, and so they hobble over and they say, "Oh, you poor thing. I assume you were just doing the same as Gash here, the bidding of your masters." Yeah.
No.
No, friend.
No.
And I'll cast healing
friend,
hands.
No, friend. This one okay. This one okay. He can die. He can die.
At that point, I'm sorry, Corbin like laughs. And just like no, he stabbed himself. He stabbed himself. They're like crying, but they're laughing. It's really weird.
Gash spins and fires an arrow with disadvantage at the sudden sound above. With disadvantage, that's a 13.
Oh gosh, I have an 18 AC.
Okay, yeah, just completely misses. And Zakan, you look as
It
well.
lands
You
in
see-
front of me.
You see it's Corbin up there.
Well, I
Oh
sort
my
of
God.
understand what's happening now.
Oh
And
my
Gash,
god.
Gash had
I
seen...
didn't do it, by the way. She pops out of the
Another person
shadow.
comes from the chat.
Okay, spins around.
I didn't do
Another-
it, by the way.
Another arrow. That was only a 10.
I'm good.
At this point, like Zakan's gonna put a hand on Gash's, bow arm and be like, "No, it's fine."
Yeah,
They're
and Gash,
friends."
Gash was telling the truth. He had seen them before in this area, so he knows what they look like. And he's like, oh, and he turns to you, Zakan. He just turns to you, like kind of tries to like painfully like stand up straight. He's like, I told you, friends.
I told you.
Told you they was
Very
here.
well.
Gash guided true. Yes.
Yes, you've been good, and now you're going to make your way out of here.
No. Friend wants to go to Labyrinth. Yes.
Do we?
You're already trying to do
Yes.
something? You just got back. Where did you go?
The sorry, remind me for the player. The gallery of angels is within the labyrinth.
It is, yeah. Deeper
Yeah,
than
yeah.
you went.
Mhm.
But the Phaseress messed up
Yeah.
the Mother of Sorrows teleportation. And
So
you ended
trapped
up
in there.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Gash, we are hoping to go deep into the labyrinth, perhaps deeper than you've been. But I don't wish to put you in danger. You said your masters have treated you very unkindly.
Yes. Most nasty. Not friends.
If you can take us as far as you know, we will protect you.
I guides true. I show way.
All right, well, the rest of you, it's good to see you're all in one piece. This is Gash, everyone.
They're not hanging off of you because you were limping and they saw that. They basically are, but they're like,
Halo, do we give her the gift now, or do we wait for a more opportune moment?
Halo, look, Halo.
I mean, Corbin, do we give?
I know, right? Just, but yeah, they got
Wait, my
something
head's
for you.
still a little fuzzy. This is Kalo, right? Or did Kalo stab a random knoll and
No,
run away?
he didn't stab a runner. Kalo, stop it.
Stop
This
it.
guy's so face.
Kalo, stop it.
I think Zakan yanks the
just
sword
older
out.
sibling energy. Just stop it right now. Put it right now. I have a fun thing I can do to help heal my friends. I would like to try to do that.
Please.
I have Physician's Touch. When you use Hands of Healing on a creature, which I think that's just something I can do. I can do a lot of things. What's wrong with you? You have like a condition,
Bedside manner.
Zakan?
What's
condition
wrong
of
with
being
you?
Stabbed. Oh, mine.
What is wrong with you?
What's wrong with you?
No specific condition. Like they just seem extremely weak and out of it.
Oh, first off, yeah, you're gonna get this. So I'm just gonna close chat.
What's wrong
now.
with you? So many things.
What's wrong with you? You're gonna put the robe on. I don't know. You're cold. Here. Then I'm gonna. Yeah, it's Hand of Healing. I'm gonna do Hand of Healing. This is the first time they do not hit somebody. Hand of
It's very
Healing.
gentle. Hand of healing.
It's so the gentlest little bitch slap. Just.
The coochie-coo of healing.
Right under just like a little.
The cheek pinch of healing.
Is that right? If that won't do damage, if I don't have to roll damage, to just be like, "You're okay, buddy. You got this." The voice kind of slapped. Like, get away from me.
I am a grown motherfucker. Oh,
How much is the healing for? I can't actually. I could use the healing.
Right. What if I'm going down to the here it is, Hand of Healing.
You are getting sleepy.
As an action, I spend this one key point to touch and restore a number of hit points equal to a roll of my martial arts die plus my wisdom modifier. And what die?
Martial arts die.
Yeah.
You got kung fu die over there?
I do have my Corbin die, but
Yeah, what's
it's not giving me a specific number.
What's the die at the moment?
If they just if they meet my hit die, I have a D8.
I think it's different. Hang on, let's check.
Yeah. What level are you, monk?
I am now 6th level monk.
Cool. That's a 1d6 for the martial art die.
Thank you. So it'll be a 1d6 plus my wisdom modifier, which is unfortunately 1.
Whoops.
Right, whoops. When you use your Fury blows, you can replace one of the unarmed strikes with the use of this feature without spending a key point for the healing. So we could do this the easy way, or we could do this the hard way.
Especially as Flurry of Blows is after you've also hit him with something else. You have to hit him,
Yeah.
then do Flurry of Blows.
That's the hard way.
Attack him, you don't have to hit him. But...
Okay. But yes, that is a D6. Hey! That is a 4 plus the 1 is 5. Yay! I thought it was going to do a lot more. I'm sorry.
Hey, I will take it. I will absolutely take it.
Nice.
Better than 0.
Okay.
It is.
Are we doing healing now? Is that what's going on?
Yes, I'm trying.
I don't heal,
Oh.
sorry.
Gash
That's
is
all
looking
right.
around nervous. He's like, can't stay here. Too close. Too close.
Well, it's fine. Webster, carry Kalo, and then they like scoop up Sakan so that they can follow the knoll.
You know what?
They're
Usually
not
I
gonna just like
complain.
yoink you up. They're like if you let them, Webster's gonna get you.
Dangerous here. Dangerous.
Fine, we're going, Gash. Sakan, I'll heal you on the way. Just stay on Webster. Just give me a moment. Ride by
Do you
healing.
want to
Let's
ride
go.
Webster, right? Like, do you want to ride Webster, Anastasia?
I mean, I'm not gonna say no.
He says it's dangerous and we need to go. And Webster is a big boy.
Nasty hag. Nasty hag. Come on.
Yes.
I have a
A
name.
giant spider is now following you, little knoll dude. Either run or get on.
And he scampers back down the tunnel that they came out of.
Okay. Off we go.
Looks visibly relieved to be moving away from the area.
That's terrifying. We were going to take a log run. No.
And you start to make your way back towards the region known as the Labyrinth. Now, Zakat, you are fairly familiar with the area by reputation, and you know of its history and stuff, but that doesn't make it any easier to navigate around. But yeah, long ago, the labyrinth was much like any other part of the Underdark, consisting largely of natural caverns connected by tunnels and underground rivers. The discovery of precious metals and gemstones led dwarves and others to excavate, extending its tunnels and expanding its caves. The results of those efforts saw an insignificant corner of the Underdark transformed into a vast, sprawling network of passages. Abandoned settlements within the labyrinth are common, marked out by rusting iron rails and scattered ore carts. And, Zakan, you had seen evidence of this when you were travelling with Gash towards where the others were. Dark mine shafts descend into unknown depths, while tunnels stretch off in random directions. Rifts, both small and large, also appear throughout. Many a tunnel ends abruptly at a rift, as if the way ahead was simply sheared off to leave a vast yawning chasm. Some of these rifts run to depths of a few hundred feet, others ascend and descend for miles. Many of the rifts show their age by the presence of carved switchback staircases along their walls, or weathered bridges spanning their gaps. And this is the region that you are all entering now. So, over a number of hours, you start making your way, and Gash says he still kind of primarily focuses on you, Zakan, with having had that time together already. And he's like, yes, friend was in the wrong place. We need to get through the spiral. Need to get through the spiral before we can get into Labyrinth proper.
What is the spiral?
Spiral. It is spiral of the Horned King. followers of nasty Minotaur God. They've made a maze. Not
These are
not
the
your
ones who
stone.
are cruel to you.
Yes. Nasty bullies. Evil.
See, and so we must pass through there in order to get deeper into the labyrinth.
Yes. Only way to the further passages.
If you can, tell me when we're in danger of being spotted or heard by them. I think I can cover us a little bit.
Sounds good. Yes. Best to hide. Best to sneak. Don't want to fight. Big horns. Big wet noses. Hoofs. Hoofs. Stomp. Very nasty.
Well, since we do not want anything to behoove us, I would like to do Pass Without a Trace.
And
Ooh.
when you, I think that's when you get closer.
Yeah, when we get there,
Mhm.
like to kind of reassure the gnoll, I'd be like, "Don't worry, we'll be fine."
And he thinks
You didn't notice me.
he thinks
They
that's
remind him.
he thinks that's the verb for being attacked. And he points at some of his scars. He's like, behooved many times.
Damn, take on a date first.
Ah. Please don't make me turn into a moose. Stop it. Wah! Look at the
But the very cute moose.
very cute moose. Make all the boy mooses go.
Wow.
In our player options now, if you choose to be a Minotaur, I believe there are different varieties, and thanks to Cobalt Press, we do have now a Highland cow variant of the Minotaur.
Yay! I was just about to say, what about that?
Fuzzy.
Yay! So cute.
Long, luscious hair.
Yep.
Yes.
So beautiful.
The art is amazing.
They alone keep conditioner factories in operation.
Yeah. Keeping all that going. It's a lot.
Maybe they're born with it. Maybe it's 3,000
Maybe
pound
it's-
stuff.
My home in England is close enough to the Scottish border that there were quite a few Highland cows around. It's great.
Aw.
Oh, they just because
That's
they were
awesome.
a ginger one. They're so
Ooze.
pretty.
Yeah,
So cute. So cute.
Now, as you're passing through, following after Gash and kind of scuttling along here, is there anything you want to talk amongst yourselves before we get to somewhere dangerous?
Gosh, is there anywhere safe we could rest just for a short moment? We came out of quite a fight just before this one.
We can. Everyone can use hit dice if you want, because you were using you're attuning to items and things, so you would have had a short rest.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, I will take that. So we found some little cove somewhere.
And yeah, back in the Bahir's lair and stuff as well.
Mhm.
Yeah. Now, you carry on for a while, and you're making your way through vaulted chambers, bristling with stalactites and stalagmites, which kind of slows your passage quite a bit as you wend your way across the uneven floors of the cavern. Then, moving through a narrow passage, you enter a cavern dimly lit by phosphorescent fungi, and you're met by the sight of something quite out of place. A dark metal tower perched on the edge of a cliff that drops away down into the darkness. The square tower is 20 feet to the side and about 30 feet high, so it's a really short, squat tower. And it has arrow slits in each wall. A battlement crowns its top with stone gargoyles peering over each side. And set into the middle of the wall facing you is a sturdy-looking door made of that same dark metal as the rest of the tower. And Gash, startles when it comes into view. It's like, this not here before. This wasn't here before. Now, Corbin, you recognize this because it is something that your mother makes use of when she travels. This is a fairly rare artifact known as Daern's Instant Fortress. And you know that if you have the correct command word, it can be shrunk down into a little cube. And then, again, expanded into this adamantine fortress.
Yeah. Gotcha. Evil glamping. Yes. Just been on a roll.
Yes. So, your mother has one and uses it when she travels for, instead of having to make security arrangements in traveling inns and things like that. And Gash looks very surprised. Nothing here. Just stone. Just chasm.
Would I know my mother's password so I can make sure this isn't hers? That's all I'm saying.
From what I've gleaned of your relationship so far, I think
kid. I
don't
feel like
know
I'm the
that she would
password
told
kid. The password might be Corp. It's my full name though. Like that's out of Spy Kids. It's my full
Carmen
name.
Elizabeth Juanita Rosa Prava Cortez.
It's my full name. It's Corbina, Quasiana, the Killing of Na, Yamal the Third. Fine.
The third.
The third. I'm named after my great grandmother. It's the lineage.
Oh God, there's more than one Corbin.
So,
Grandma's
Where
gonna
my
have a heart
mom
attack.
named me Corvus and kind of my real name's Corvus, and she just had me around birds all the time when I was little. I don't think there's really a relation.
I mean,
Uh-huh.
the fact that you lived in a place called Raven Rock might have helped.
I'm not secretly aboard that they polymorphed into a person. Stop saying that.
I mean, I wasn't thinking it till you said it.
Scribbles in notebook furiously.
Stop it!
Gash looks around to Yuzuka and he's like, What's do?
Go in.
Scary.
Go in behind me?
And he's like, goes up against the wall, his paws like a paw, like just as you by.
He's like, please, actually.
Be my guest.
Is that path past here?
When you look at it, there is room to get past here. Yeah.
Sarah map?
The floor behind the tower has collapsed into the shaft there, and there are several tunnels branching off from the shaft that you can see there, and it looks like you could move around the tower and then climb down into the shaft and onto the tunnels there, if you wanted to ignore it. But yeah, up to you.
Corbin, you've been looking very intensely at this tower.
Okay, so my mom loves nature, but she doesn't like nature. So she always uses one of these when she goes on long hauls. And I'm just sitting here thinking it'd be really funny if it was hers and I closed it. I don't know if she's in there or not. I always wondered if they also went in the cube. But also, if we figure it out, free cube house. You didn't let me have that monastery. At least you could get me as a traveling tower.
You know, Corbin, that it won't shrink down if anyone's inside.
I've always wondered, I said aloud.
I know the books say it don't, but
See it to believe it.
I'm just saying, but see, but if that's the case, they check and go, I know it won't close if they're in it. But still, traveling tower.
I mean,
If not,
we had
you know,
some shelter would be helpful, but
shelter, rest in it. Let's go peek at it. They step in front of the knoll. I'll even go first.
Poor.
It's better than randomly sitting in a tunnel.
is there any way to know if it's your mother's?
Does she have like a specific welcome mat on it or something?
There's no
House
Well,
number.
when I was younger and she made me travel with her a lot, I used to always go to the cornerstone of it and chip a little bit away. It might still be there.
From this adamantium tower.
Got little tally
The
marks
only
in
thing
it.
the only thing that scratches it is also adamantine, and then they just like have this other brick that they just brick hammer.
I thought it was like your
Let me
little
have my
nails.
childhood memories, conscience spores. Get out of my head. Oh wow, it just looked like you were drinking the abyss, and you finally can find out what that mysterious pool does, folks.
Pure,
Hey.
Beep, 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 beep.
pure phase rest.
Yeah, I'm willing to go check it out. I'll be the guinea pig. See, I told you it'd be a good idea if I had to pay attention.
Anastasia, there is a strong magical field coming off this thing. It's very
It's
obviously
just
very powerful item.
please stop it.
Ah, shit. There's something big in there.
Something big that I want, or something
think-
big that we need to get around.
You think it's from the item itself? It's just a very powerful item.
Something we might want to grab, or something that could very easily be used against us. So
Can't be used against us if it's in my back pocket.
that's what I'm saying.
I don't know. Okay, show of hands. Are we gonna go to the tower? Yeah, it's 3. Grandma, you have veto power though. You have...
But Grandma's got the cloak now, though.
I know. Tell us. Look inside. Peek.
Wait, Kayla, did you give Grandma the
Use
cloak?
your eagle vision.
Oh wait, yeah, do
I
I
don't-
have the cloak?
Believe I did. You know, Zakan, we were very worried about you shivering, especially the way you looked when we first saw you. It's so
Yeah,
important.
sure
Here,
thing.
could you just turn around real quick, and I'll put the robe of eyes on Zakan.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good for you.
That is
There we go.
very considerate. I'm literally never cold, but this
What
is
is-
very nice.
What is with our parental figures shaming us this episode? What is this?
Due
Accept
to
the gift.
the constant burning.
It's about damn
know.
time. That's what it is.
This is why we never get anything done. I swear to God.
I was going to ask where you got it, but considering it's covered in eyes, I assume this was with the beholder.
We're rich, apparently.
Oh, we have so much money now. We can afford all of the things.
Mhm.
I'm going to hurt so many things with this.
I thought you were gonna buy like a bunch of fingers for Webster.
Yes. Oh my gosh, I could just have snacks. Do you like fingers, little? Oh, and meet Chief Keef.
Hey, welcome in, Raiders. Split the party TV coming in. How you doing?
Hi,
Hey,
friends.
Raiders.
You
Hi,
also meet
friends.
Chief Keef.
Great time, wrong campaign.
I see you've given it a name.
Right? This is Chief Keef, my baby hook horror. I earned this. Welcome. Welcome.
I guess we're stuck with it now.
Yeah, I'm attached. They have a name. It's Keith. Oh.
Well, if you would like to investigate the tower, then
Hey.
you can. But just try not to anger anything that's in there, and if we can't get in, we'll just go around it.
I won't do it on purpose, and I got you.
I'm going to sit on Webster and watch what happens.
Okay.
You can watch a
Just
lot of
go-
things now.
Right?
True. Yeah, so you can see all around you now. 360.
Use your
Yeah,
eagle
there's-
vision. What's in there?
Yeah, you have advantage on perception. If you want to make a perception check.
Yeah, like I'm kind of keeping an eye on the whole situation. Like, if they're gonna get themselves zapped by like a magical barrier on the tower, that's fine. But I'm more
Thanks.
concerned about the sort of greater danger around us.
Okay, give me a perception check.
You said with advantage, eh?
Yes, sir.
That's a natural 20.
Hey,
Ooh!
you've got Max.
Hey!
Let those phoenixes fly. Welcome back,
For a total of 28.
Okay.
Goodness gracious.
You see the molecules in the air.
5 boxes distort visions of your friends in different faces.
You, Zakan, you see, although they are clearly trying very hard to not be noticed, there is a minuscule shifting from the gargoyles. They are not simply decoration.
Wait. Actually,
What?
I've come back to my senses. Do not approach the tower.
Oh?
Aww. 2 very different responses.
They point up to the gargoyles and say, if you recall, we've had a couple of run-ins with such sentries.
Oh. Was it you, Anastasia, that had a gargoyle admirer?
Listen, I still have no idea who that was. I am not legally associated with that motherfucker.
So, unless our intentions are to make nice, and you think that you can reasonably convince the
Them
person
that we're
who-
their new best friends and that they should come travel with us and protect us in all times? Yes.
the person with the magical fortress inside an impenetrable labyrinth, I'm sure they're very much looking for friends.
They might be. You don't know people's hearts. They're like
That's
sadly
incredibly
walking
true.
past the tower. Like they get you. They think they're not gonna keep trying to go in. They're just gonna complain while they leave. Can we check it out if it's still here when we get back?
We can do that.
Okay. we can get ice. We can get McDonald's on the way home.
Get me
Ice cream.
I want some nuggies. I just want
On a
some on the way home.
McFlurry.
Are we
if the ice
talking
cream
about what we
machine's
getting on the
broken.
way back?
Ice cream machine, no. As someone who worked at McDonald's, we only said it was broken when we didn't feel like doing the ice creams. I'm just saying.
We know.
We all know.
My shit was never broken. It was only when we were refilling it, or it was just
You
late
better
and we
stop
didn't feel
telling
like it.
these corporate secrets. You're gonna get
There's
an
no way it
email.
was broken that often.
Mine was never broken. Like the entire time I worked there.
Didn't even have an ice cream machine.
Okay, so you're gonna move past it and then clamber down to the tunnels.
Yeah.
Okay.
We gotta roll to stealth it.
Please, yeah, you can give me a group stealth check.
Plus 10.
Oh
homies.
no. I have a +3 to still.
Plus 13 now.
Or +13.
I actually have a positive on stealth, which never happens.
Hmm.
Let's see how bad
Hey. 22.
31.
Nice.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I'm invisible.
Buns, what was yours again?
22
22, nice.
with the plus 10, yeah. So
Hello?
that's 12.
The foolish roll 20 thinks that my heavy armor is not mithril armor, but my heavy armor is mithril armor, so the roll is 21.
Nice.
Ooh.
Okay, and second.
26 with the
Nice.
pass without a trace bonus.
For a very respectable 25 on the average.
Hey.
Okay.
Ooh.
How does everyone do it? I saw. I've noticed recently that Brennan Lee Mulligan says the top half has to pass.
Yes.
It's
Oh,
a
interesting.
different way of doing
Like
it.
more
Interesting.
passes than fails.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
If the top two are like higher, then it's fine. If the bottom two are just like straight bad.
Mm.
Then it might cause some problem.
Yes. Okay, so yeah, you gather the shadows about you, and Zakan keeping a close eye on those gargoyles. They do not seem to pay too much attention as you slip through the cavern past this adamantine tower and start to slowly climb down to one of the tunnels below in this few hundred feet deep rift. And you pass through and beyond. Now, sorry, I missed one bit of information before. Kalo, you have also heard of the labyrinth, because there is a kind of shanty town kind of camp, which is another place that runaways can head to, instead of the the Zentarim's camp and the little habitation where your father is. There is a place here with the charming name of the Filth Riddens, which is just like a very kind of haphazard gathering of tents and huts in the labyrinth, which is another place that people have headed towards. And some of the people that escaped from Mensa Baranzan when you did said they were going to try their luck and head in that direction instead.
This may be a good thing to bring up when we come down there, but there may be refuge from, well, refugees when we're down there. A lot of escaped drow, not aligned to Loth, may still be down there. It's sort of a waypoint. So if you
Isn't
see
that a good
drow,
thing?
yes, if you see drow, just try not to strike them first.
Ah.
But if they throw hands, then,
So regular rules apply. If they look around, they find out.
I'll let them on fire. It's fine.
At least let them try to negotiate before you light them on fire. Look, I know what you did to the other beast.
He got first. It's fine.
Look, we talked with you first. We didn't just stab at you first.
I don't think I stabbed any of you guys first.
Yeah, it's okay. I got it.
Anyway, friend, not foe. Friends, not food. Let's keep going.
They just
Yeah,
move
that's a
out the way
reference.
so you can say that too. Webster, friends, not food.
Not food.
Fish are definitely food.
Webster stops reaching towards the knoll.
Nah.
We specifically, this one is no. You do not know where he has been. Do not eat that.
Just watching him physically pout in his shoulders.
Right, just like, I haven't had nothing.
What does a mandible pout look like? Just like the mandibles
Instead of
go
this,
down.
it just goes. I'm glad as a group we all decided it was.
Yeah.
I don't know. Why did I even ask? It was very. We all knew.
It's fine.
Okay.
Zakan feeds Webster some jerky.
Aw, good grandma.
He's being a sulky teenager, so he kind of he
Is he a teenager now?
He
Oh my god, I
drops
thought
it.
that was only Charcuterie.
he drops it in the corner of the cavern and just leaves it there.
Howdy.
I'm not dealing with teenage Groot. Oh my god.
It's like, I want to desiccate something.
Okay, fine.
Jerky has no bodily fluids.
That's That's true.
Already desiccated.
Pre-desiccated is boring, yeah. Okay. Now, you leave the tower's chamber behind you and continue on for the rest of the day, hearing movements and things off in the distance, but not anything that crosses your path. And eventually, you reach the ruins of one of these small mining camps, and in the broken down walls and twisted, rusted rails and quickly falling to pieces mining carts and things that were left behind, you take shelter in the old ruins of this place and camp down for the night. Is there anything that you would like to talk about?
So, what happened the rest of the Beholder?
So I fell down a hole, and I hit my head a lot. I don't remember, but we got it. We did it.
And you got the eye.
Yeah, and apparently a bunch of money. If anything, they kind of like scoot
So
over to
much.
sit next to Zakan. What happened?
Looks to
Wow.
Kalo. I mean,
Well,
one.
Yeah.
we have the eye. That's all that's important. We
You
don't
see them
need the rest
scratch
of-
up. What?
Did you want the body?
I had uses for possible fluids and or teeth, yes.
Oh my god, you could have made Beholder tea. Damn it, Anastasia, we have to go back.
We have to.
Let's go. Let's go right now.
And then we can make
We'll be back
beholder
in the morning.
jerky.
Beholder jerky.
Gush is like, no. Scary hag. Not back that way. Never. Never.
Next beholder, I'll make
Actually-
sure that you can get all the tea.
Thank you. It's a teeth.
Gash, this, nasty hag,
Yes.
maybe you can fill the details in for us. Who they are, why they've hurt you.
Oh no. Gash, clever clash. Gash, skulk and hide. Not hurt me, but other travelers.
Okay.
She pretends to be different. Sometimes people come through, running away, just traveling, and she pretends to give shelter, pretends to help. But sometimes she makes them do bad things. Sometimes they become dinner.
Halo, did we just help a hag?
Say nothing and we'll be alright.
Okay.
What are you two whispering about over there?
Taxes.
Short
With all
and-
this money, we're gonna get taxed.
I don't know what those are.
Right?
Ah, this blissful fantasy world.
I'm allowed to roleplay not knowing what
What?
taxes are.
Like, what are
Zakan has never seen a spreadsheet in their life.
The dream. Living a dream.
Yeah,
Right,
they're happier
the absolute
for it.
dream.
Okay. So
We recovered the eye, and everyone is alive. So, success.
yeah. We have the worm egg. We now have the beholder eye. Now we just need 6 feathers, part of a bristle, and we said that oh, look, we found this stuff. They're going to show them the groovy portal. I'll collect.
Does Zakan recognize it?
No, because I mean, all of the abyssal stuff here is new, so it wouldn't.
Okay.
Your knowledge of the Underdark wouldn't help. But I think, I mean, Kalo and Anastasia recognized that it was demonic. And I think
Did you relay that?
actually, Anastasia, give me an Arcana check.
What do I get plus to Arcana checks?
Should be pretty decent.
Oh, plus 9.
Ooh.
Nice.
Everyone has crystals, by the way. So Kalo has one too. I don't know why it's
Nice.
not on this overlay.
Let's go.
So I rolled a 9, so 18.
Wait over. Nice. Okay, I'll say that. Yeah, definitely. And everyone remember the crystals work like normal inspiration. Now you have to say beforehand that you want to roll with advantage.
Yeah.
After you've seen the roll. No spoilers, Turbo. And yeah, you during your brief, your summer in the abyss. Your
Somewhere.
Summer.
that's lovely experience that you gleaned from
Your OE.
really find yourself when you take this gap year and
Shut up.
But
Eat, pray, love your way through the abyss.
Is that not what Corbin is doing right now, though?
Yeah.
Eat,
Corbin
pray,
is
love through
having
the Underdark.
hot girl summer.
it's just the prey to who's
Hot
the
girl
problem.
summer.
So
Soon I'm gonna find my Underdark boyfriend, and then all y'all gonna be jealous.
Hell yeah.
I've heard vampire bards are very popular this time of year.
Yeah.
Now
I don't know if anybody would be interested in Anastasia. She's pretty creepy looking. Well, we'll see. We'll see if we get her a boyfriend. Let's go.
but
I can be a guy. I am a changeling. I'm just throwing that out there.
we are not without options.
You know
There are options.
Okay, just fixing. So, you, Anastasia, during your time, we don't need to be coy about it anymore. During your time in the abyss, and the
Listen, only Kayla really knows about that, okay?
I have a concussion.
you had heard of these creatures and the ability that they have to create portals. Was it Ankalith, right? Alkalith, sorry. Yeah, let me show you the art.
Sorry, the sky made my house shake.
Wow. Here is.
Oh
My
no, my
journey.
dog came in here to make sure I was okay. I'm
Awesome.
okay, baby.
Oh.
So just
Hello.
it finds a doorway or a window and just like grows around it, and then if it comes to maturity,
That's what we thought.
it was
Terrifying.
yes, moss with eyes,
Going to name it Bridget.
Moss Isley, if you will.
Well,
Um,
nice.
It's the Isley brothers. Sexy portal
how-
drive me crazy.
There you go. Yeah, if it surrounds a door, window, or similar opening continuously for 66 days, it becomes a permanent portal to a random layer of the abyss.
Hey.
Anastasia, during your time there, you remember one point where there was a deal of commotion and excitement because one of them had randomly spawned into your layer. Which I don't think we've actually we don't know which layer it was, do we? Actually, never figured out whose layer you were on.
Nope.
Like,
So-
what's the plan? We're just gonna go around to different demons and angels and like stabbing them so we can get a little bit of their ichor and running. What is our plan? Why are we going to the lava?
Yeah, seeking the Galley of Angels, which is
Okay, yeah. Stabbing angels. Okay.
ideally not stabbing.
Okay.
You leave Mountain Shore
Perhaps.
alone.
Maybe Icker means something else where you from. My understanding, that was blood.
For the angels, we require feathers.
Oh.
Oh.
Mhm.
See, number 6 on the shopping list say angel and demon blood.
No, it was 6 feathers from 6 different angels.
Mm-hmm. And then,
The heart of a Garistro demon,
yeah.
a few drops of blood or ichor from a demon lord.
Okay.
That will be our final item to acquire.
Probably, yeah, I want to leave that one for a bit.
And then we
Let's
had
let's
devil.
avoid that one.
Then we had the devil mushroom.
Yes, which this will take the place of. The alkalith remains. And then you need...
An abyssal plant of some kind.
yeah. And then Gromf Bainray's notes from the Tower of Arcana in Menzo Branson. Easy peasy.
Easy peasy.
Easy peasy.
No problems.
Easy peasy, hook horror squeeze.
But the angels in the galley, it's one of the only places outside of the celestial plane where you can encounter them. And
Do a little
With any-
pinching.
yeah, with any luck, they will be cooperative, although those that are here are not always so mindful of the needs of the material plane.
Okay, so do we have a quick version that we can tell them, or do we not care to do that?
As long as they are still celestial in nature, divine in nature, they should be interested in driving back the abyss. The question is if they find us to be worthy.
What that means? Like, I mean, I'm just, what's the standards? Do we have stipulations?
My heart's got to be weighed anywhere. I promise you, it is going to be heavier than a feather.
We may want to put Anastasia at the back of the group when we speak to them, yes.
Got you. That's it. So you're the face. You tell them things. I'll be comic relief. Kayla
Just
will
hides
be,
behind Kalo, just like, I
Yeah,
got
just-
you.
right,
Gash
just behind the shield, just like curls up behind the shield.
is kind of like poking the flames of your kind of little campfire here with a piece of, like zirkwood. And he's like kind of just, the flames are dancing in his eyes. And he's like, no. These angels not care who they are. Don't have to prove worthy to those who've fallen so far.
Oh.
I'm sure they count. Do they still count?
Well,
Gallery of angels full of bad ones.
My list
Punished.
doesn't say good or bad.
that's a very different matter then.
Ah,
And
why?
Zakan, hearing that, you might understand why Tidra was curious about that.
That's
As
why she wanted to go there.
as her former partner had fallen, and her previous attempts to raise them up again and redeem them were unsuccessful.
Do they kind of work like how demons work, where if you kill them here, they just go back to their plane?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so the spirit of this alkalith has gone back to the abyss, but there's the remains of it is what you've gathered.
Yeah. So
But yeah, same with angels. They would go back to Celestia. Yeah. Hey folks. Kalo. Speaking of descent into Avernus, if you are at all able, do not miss Jacenta's tyranny on Friday. Trust me.
Making it out.
Uh-oh.
Don't fuck things up, guys, please.
Deep cuts incoming.
Guys,
Hey,
I'm
taking
Telenos,
you.
thanks for the raid. Hope you had a good session.
Hey.
Raiders!
Welcome in, Raiders. How you doing? We are exploring through the Underdark in search of the Gallery of Angels, but there is the small matter of the maze and labyrinth of Baphomet, full of dangerous minotaurs in between. Yeah.
So I think
Thanks for the shout out.
Zakan, on hearing this, they sort of begin tracing the celestial characters that are carved into their staff, and their appearance begins to change, and it shifts into like a very like corrupt, evil-looking celestial being. And as they're talking, and they say, "The fallen are those whose sense of justice has been twisted, those who seek to eradicate life for whatever selfish reason. They've lost their way. Whatever fallen that we encounter in the gallery, it is my duty to send them back. But it will not be easy."
Oh, of course. So, Angel Rampage. That's awesome.
Send
You
them
know
back.
some of the
Send them back where?
well,
Home?
Gosh.
technically?
when you kill beings from another plane, their body stays here, but the spirit of them goes back. It's true for demons and devils, and it's true for angels as well.
But your place not want them back. They're being punished. That's why they are in the gallery. Statues.
The gallery prevents them from being sent back?
They stone now. Solid.
There's
Solid
Oh.
on the outside. Eternally suffering on the inside. With a soft nougat core. I mean, sorry.
Nougat. What'd you call it?
just in time for Easter.
Fallen angels from Nestle.
The Kinder Surprise. We can't very well take the feathers if they're stone, so
Yeah.
Do you still intend to punish them in this form? If what Gash is saying is true, then
Could we just
You're-
push that? They're
I don't know.
statues.
They would have been punished for. And if they return to their plane and are judged once more, then they can be punished again.
Also, you can still get feathers. And Gashlik goes over to the ruins of the stone wall beside you and just gets the pommel of his spear and just like smashes the stone off and just cracks the stone. We can get feathers.
Feathers. That's what I mean. We just push them. That way, they shatter. We get to pick up feathers. They get sent back to where they're supposed to, whatever. But you get to them.
I would like if it were that easy.
Never know. He said they're made of stone. Either we're going to be fighting stone, statue, angels, or I finally get to do something I've always wanted to do. Run through a place full of statues and push them.
It's
You know,
easy.
normally
You just...
I'd be
Go get it.
sorry. Normally I would be down for wanton destruction, but if for the sake of brevity, does it just make sense to just cut the wings off of the stone forms first, on the off chance we can't get 6 different feathers?
I think we need 6 different ones. though.
Yeah, there's 6 different ones. We can't just get a chunk and hope it has 6 feathers. We have to go to 6 separate statues. Or in our case, we can go to 4 separate statues and then attack two other ones. Housemates shipping. They would be the best bet.
Don't worry,
Thought.
there's plenty.
There's
Plenty.
apparently plenty.
How
Statues.
many?
8 last time.
Okay.
Last time.
And if you want to go through, it's easy. Just remember, don't look away from them or close your eyes.
Oh, buddy.
You know what? You know what this is perfect for? A robe that's always looking at things.
Yes, I don't believe I'm capable of looking away from anything anymore.
Thanks, Grandma.
Exactly.
Yeah, if you had the robe of seeing with the fallen angels, the weeping angels, that'd be perfect.
Always looking.
So as long as you're in the room, it's fine. Then we should be able to go to the statues without much of a problem.
Yes, and just in case there's something uniquely divine about the room, we'll be the first to tread in there.
They're gonna do what Gas did earlier, like.
It's gonna take a little while, you know. It's like they always say, Underdark, bigger on the inside.
Definitely feels like it.
That was subtle. I'll give that one to you. Damn it. So good. We have a plan. And 8 angels means we take 6 feathers from the 8 and push the other 2 over. That way Corbin gets to find out what's on the inside and we get our feathers either way.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
We will see how things look.
Okay. Well, we have an assumption. Let's just hope it doesn't make an ass out of you and me.
That's
In character, Kayla does the finger gun after Corbin says
No.
that.
Yes.
too late. Yeah, it has advantage.
You said we could use hit die.
You take it.
Right.
You'll get a long rest here. You're okay.
Okay, long rest, yay.
Yep. People can take long rests, and if you need to, actually, it's Lexi. If you need to recharge anything, it will recharge.
Awesome. Yeah, it means I get my key point back. I now have
Indeed.
6 of those.
Do we roll our HPs?
Oh, for the level up,
Mm.
please do.
Yeah. Okay. Do I just hit the hit die mark on the one for roll 20? Because I'm trying to use that character sheet more often.
I think if you just hit the long rest button, it will just do automatic. It will do everything automatically. It should reset everything.
For the rolling the new HP?
No, I think you have to do that
you guys already
manually.
do that for the level up? Yeah.
No, it's in the character mod. So when you do the level up itself.
Oh, it does it already.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And I have 80.
Nice.
I'm unstoppable.
Basically gods.
Yeah.
Goldfish. How'd you guys again?
Ooh. Dang good roll. I rolled a 9 on my D10.
Nice.
Oh.
Enjoy. What was yours, Anastasia?
I did not roll yet. I got 11. Wait, what am I rolling?
Whatever.
Like the full HP?
One of your hit dice. Although if you did your level up on roll 20, it would have done it as well
Okay.
Yeah.
already.
I'm good then.
Okay, cool.
I'm good then.
Right. So you keep your rest here and take turns to watch through the night, and the next day continue on through the. And you're all very thankful that Gash is here, because like there are several times where you completely double back on yourself and you have to turn around and like clamber over these swaying, kind of fragile looking rope bridges across these chasms and clamber down a level and later on back up to higher up levels again, and it lives up to its name. It is an absolute labyrinth of tunnels and caverns until finally Gash kind of holds up his paw to have you all kind of slow down and take care. And he says, Close now. The entrance to the spiral. Spiral of the Horned King. And the tunnel that you've been following gradually widens until it opens into a cave with a high ceiling overhead. Patches of glowing fungi cling to the walls and fill the chamber with dim light. Columns of stone support the ceiling, the rock marbled with veins of glittering crystal. And across the chamber, a great cleft in the wall is ringed by a profusion of sigils and glyphs. Sigils? Sigils, isn't it?
Sigils.
Other one. Yeah. Sigil.
We knew what you meant.
Thank you. It's just surrounded by a bunch of planescape cities. Sorry. Yes, it's ringed by a profusion of sigils and glyphs. Stacked to either side of the opening are two mounds of varying freshness of severed heads. And Gash points a trembling paw. That's the way. It's the way in. Spiral. Have to go through. No other way.
Oh, okay.
You've been there before?
Yes. This is where Gash lived, with nasty minotaurs.
Fair.
This is where I was behooved.
These heads, they were travelers or servants like you?
Victims, those who tried to pass through or stumbled in. But it's okay. Gash will guide you through as quickly as possible. There's a chance of finding bad things, but at least we won't get lost.
Well, if we do, and the Khan draws the glaive and, kind of stamps it into the ground, we will take care of it.
Excellent. Let's behoove them.
A taste of their own medicine.
We don't want to heal them.
Bad medicine, like a poison. I know it's confusing.
Yes. And as you creep forward across the cavern towards this entrance to the labyrinth of Baphomet, we shall stop there, as it's about time. That is a good place to end.
Excuse me, sir. You want to clarify that? You said the Tower Baphomet? Is that true?
The Spiral of the Horned King. Yes. Baphomet.
Our big titty boy?
If only you still had your Minotaur with you. It might have been quite useful. I was looking forward to this bit. If Chris was still here. Never mind. Okay. A massive thank you to my four adventurers. Lovely to see you again and get back to these characters and this story. And thank you to everyone who came in with those raids and was here from the start as well. Lovely to have so many of you here. And thank you for hanging out with us today. We are going to head off raiding after we say goodbye to these lovely folks. And shout out to some of those lovely supporters of ours. Let's jump across to the opposite corner there. Zakan, who are you on the material plane?
Hey, so I am Steven and I have played Zakan, our Aasimar ranger / cleric / grandma. You can find me on X, formerly known as Twitter.
Nope, it's always Twitter. Always going to be Twitter.
We're dead naming Twitter.
Shores. Yeah. It's what Elon would want.
Oh.
Oh,
Damn it. Wow.
At Distant Shores, I write about game stuff and Japan stuff, and I also do newsletter. You can find out about it there.
Thank you. By the way, Stephen, did you see yesterday I had lunch in person with Marin, Stephen, and no, you're Stephen, sorry, Marin, Michael, and Swag. They were all up.
Fuku reunion.
Yeah, it was great.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, Marin's over from Vietnam, and yeah, they came up. It was great. Okay, and moving along there, Corbin, you good stuff?
And don't nobody care about. Hi, everybody. I'm a Buns.
Wrong.
And
nice.
And I like to play Corbin, our changeling. I almost said rogue. I feel like they're going to have a lot of subclasses, but right
the
now they are.
roguishness is just only in the heart.
It's in their heart. It's a family business, but they are a Way of the Monk Mercy. We have the Mercy Monk and a Circle of Spores Druid. They are also low-key taming the Underdark, whether or not John wants them to or not. You gift me everything. I have a giant spider.
Hey, what can I say? You know, there are whispers of
Sorry, the thunder is
favoritism
really
without
loud. I'm surprised y'all can't hear it.
No,
I'm so jealous. I'm so jealous.
I love thunder so much.
If my house floods, I'll remember how much you love this.
No, thunder.
Hey,
just
where
thunder,
I live,
thunder
it's
Pacific.
normal.
It's like,
Okay, Kalo, please.
I don't know if you want me to be the next person in line, but hi, friends. I'm Mike, literally Grim in chat. I've played Kalo, your paladin pard. If I'm not memeing here,
we're not a group of leopards. We're not a part.
Halibard.
Pard. Shoot. If you can't find me getting deep cut here on Friday mornings Eastern, you can find me getting deep cut on Quest Junkies, getting cut in the evenings. But yeah, come find me either way.
Thank you. And last but not least, Anastasia.
Hello, I am Smallbird Lex. I play our still very sus wizard, Anastasia. The human wizard. You can find me at Smallbird Lex and Smallbird Art. I am here on Wednesdays. We're having a break for my level 20 campaign, but I should be back there within the next month. On Saturdays, I have commissions open. I do all the things. I'm going to draw all the stuff. I will draw it. Just give me money and I will do that.
Excellent. Brungle, thank you for coming in for the raid. We are just finishing up, but let's stick around for that raid train. Good to have you. Welcome in. And yes, we are QuestJunkiesUK, and we play lots of D&D and other TTRPGs, and we'll be back on Friday with Center's Tyranny, which is going to be exciting. And then into next week with Out of the Abyss again. But before that, we have Tomb of Annihilation and Candlekeep Mysteries coming around. And double Center's Tyranny. Usually it's every other week, but we will have one this week and one next week because they have split the party. And they're going to be 2 separate sessions. So come and see how that goes. Should be a good time. All right. So thank you very, very much. Thank you for all the support. We've got some new follows there and the subscriptions and everything. Absolutely wonderful. And we will look forward to seeing you next time. But do stick around for the raid. Let's go and see what our friends over at GM Hina are doing. I'm going to say hello over there. So please stick around for that raid if you've got them. Let those phoenixes fly. But till next time, as we like to say around these parts, Oyasumi Nasai. Oyasumi. Thank you.
Oyasumi.